everyone, Duke here with part 9 of this Ottoman Empire campaign, Empire Total War Darthmod. And we pick up from last time where we managed to score a decisive victory in the war against Persia and settle a peace treaty on our terms, getting some new farming technology. And we have stolen from them their richest and most powerful city, Esfahan, i.e. Persia, their capital. Now they've been banished or exiled, you might say, to two more dinky regions in Baluchistan, in Afghanistan, which is unlikely to be able to field the kind of armies that they were before due to their lower income. So while we hold that front, we have an army here that I would like to try and use against Georgia to try and stop that army. It's already at its peak strength, but a lot of its militia and the rest is cavalry, which does threaten to smash into our army and do a lot of damage since the infantry units we have can't make squares. But at the same time, it's not the most terrifying army in the world. They don't have any heavy artillery, well, any artillery at all, and some pikemen as well. I don't think that basically it's the scariest army in the world to deal with, and this army is nearly at full size. I think one more cavalry unit in there, which we'll get sooner rather than later, and this new building that we're building in there should let us get some very nice units on this part of the map. And then what we'll do, I think right now that we've got this war peace with Persia, I would like to start, in fact now that we've got peace with most of our neighbours really, for once, apart from Russia, who we don't actually share a border with, so we don't need to worry about too much. Okay, fine, we don't share a border here, because I was going to say here, but that's Dagestan. I think we should spend a few turns trying to modernise our economy and try and get it as developed as it can be up to our sort of technology research level. I think we need better income, more stable performances. We need everywhere to be able to recruit good units in a pinch, and we need to research some good technology. We've got 2 universities, and with our army there we can keep the clamour for reform under control, and even more than that, clamour for reform is kept at a minimum due to our government time. So for those of you who don't know, clamour for reform is essentially resistance. So the more you research, either the technology itself, for example the division of labour, there is -1 happiness clamour for reform, so it can disgruntle the working classes who might rebel against you, or it makes them more enlightened and educated and therefore makes them more, rebelled against you. But the republic system that we have, and we've got out of the way nice and early, means that that's reduced by a significant margin. So I think we're in a good position to be able to start putting our foot down on the technology research and just sort of going for it. We're nearly at the gates of India as well. We're only technically 1 region away, and then we'll be at the gates of India itself, and we'll be able to pour in there over time and do what the European powers have so far only been able to do modestly. There's 4 European nations currently in the Indian theatre. We have the United Provinces in Ceylon, Sri Lanka, we have the Portuguese in Goa, we have the French at Cuttack, and we have the British in Bengal, in Calcutta. And right in the middle of all of it is the Mughal Empire, who betrayed us some more time ago to support their puppets, the Persians. But we have won that war, and we will not forget. Meanwhile, we've built up an army here in Greece, ready to deal with Morea should the worst come to the worst. And it will, I'm sure, one day come to the worst. But until then, we'll hold steady, we'll try and sort of modestly reinforce all our armies so all our fronts are covered, but at the same time, as I mentioned, I want to get our cities developed. I want to get these governors' buildings built up, and I want to have our ports developed, and I want to have buildings to grow, and I want technology to be researched. I want our empire, now that it's starting to see the green shoots of recovery, I want it to start modernising and being a powerhouse and modernising, and this new republic dragging us into the 18th century. I feel like we're at the precipice of a major turnaround here. I think it could happen. So I think there's not much more to do this turn, and every time we get in town I'm so scared that we're going to get a faction declare war on us. But I think it's time. I don't think there's any more people that we can trade with. I think we're trading with the United Provinces, who we're very friendly with, and they seem to be doing very well. They've got a nice little homeland here, nice few buffer states against their capital in the Netherlands, and I think they also start with regions all over the world. They've got Curacao, and they have. They're taking French Guiana. They're doing very well in the colony sector as well. Yeah, they have regions in every theatre, so good for them. Which I want for us as well, but that will come in time. So let's not waste too much time in this episode just waffling on. Let's hit enter and see where we end up. I feel like we've done extremely well with the wars that we've been in so far, better than I had hoped for, in the sense that we have managed to turn the wars around, which both started off with us on the back foot, into sort of diplomatic situations where we could leverage an advantageous situation. We managed to take, for example, land against Austria and not have to give it back to get peace. And we've managed to take land of Persia and get some free technology off them before getting peace. And the peace treaty meant that we were able to order them to get all aggressive and Persian soldiers off our land, which has meant that our army near Georgia is freed up. So the new republic is doing its job exceedingly well, but that was very interesting. I don't know if you missed it, but the Austrians just took Warsaw, Poland. It's done. It's finally happened. Someone is taking Warsaw. While all this is... yeah, you know what? I can do some money. So basically I just opened that farming technology we got for some money. Whatever. That's fine. You know, if they're allies with us, why not? It's share technology. Rising tide rises all ships. But yeah, so it's finally happened. Oh god, what's happening here? Okay, this is a definite no. I'm not giving them. I'm not that desperate for peace. I'm not giving them Armenia and farming technology. It's just no. But if they would let me finish my sentence, I can't even remember. I've been interrupted so many times. I can't remember the point I was making. But yep, I can't remember. It's gone. Thanks, guys. Keep all these diplomats interrupting my train of thought. Alright, looks like Denmark and Sweden are at war. It looks to me, with that colour there, I think Denmark has fallen to the Swedes. That's kind of standard. I've never seen it go the other way in this game. Since I've been playing it when I was a teen. Sweden always dominating that part of the world because they have a very secure. Oh my days! Fairness look to be making an overseas empire in the Crimea. But yeah, the Sweden always do very well in their theatre, I find, because they don't really have any major contenders in this part of the world. Sweden will be busy against these guys down in Poland and Austria. Russia will be fighting Poland. Once Sweden takes out Norway and Denmark, the world's its oyster, really. Right. We have finally got the ring bayonet, which means that we can now equip bayonets and not sacrifice gunpowder in our battles. And I think now, if we can get military syllabus, we'll be able to build a drill school, which will mean we can research European doctrine, which will mean we will have actual line infantry, and I'm hoping these guys, for example, can form squares, and actual uniform military units. That is comparable to... Oh my days, we lost a lot of money there. I don't know what happened. What has happened? Is there some piracy going on? I don't know. Maybe some of these messages will tell us. Meanwhile, we're going to research some technology that gets us a faster research rate. I think we should accelerate it as much as we can. We need to really play catch up with everybody else, basically. Let's get these guys into Armenia. It could be that we've recruited a few more units. I can't remember where. Yeah, well, we'll see here. Recruitment report. One in Transylvania. Well, that's good. Let's send them to the army. Same with these guys. How many cavalry units do we have here now? 1, 2, 3. And the other 2 units in Rumelia, who I believe we're sending... No, we're sending these guys up, I'm sure, here. So... I think so. It's been a little bit since I did the last... Yeah, these guys are heading up, which makes me think, yes, that's what we're doing. Because like I say, this part of the front is more vulnerable than this part, because we have good relations with the Polish. And we don't have any good relations with the Crimeans anymore because we had to abandon our alliance in order to keep the Polish appeased. But I think that was the right decision. It was a tough decision, not one I made lightly, if you remember, but it was ultimately the most pragmatic decision. Right, so we have a few regions still exempt from tax, but we're doing very well on the growth front here. I'm talking of, if we build up this major fishery, that's going to turbocharge the growth rate. So, but yeah, I want to actually start building those buildings that we've neglected. We've been building mostly military buildings, but if we can start focusing on really good, but basically getting these state houses built. Istanbul is at where it's at the best it can do at the moment. And where's Mesopotamia? Mesopotamia is fine. Oh yes, we need to fix this building here in Esfahan. That was too expensive last term. We could and probably should upgrade the ordnance factory here, so we've got a nice frontline artillery base. Well, military base in general. Let's upgrade these farms in Egypt to also help accelerate the growth rate. And these farms are quite cheap to upgrade, so yeah, let's spend the last bit of money doing that one as well. If we exempt this region from tax, how much faster? Whoa, that does. I think with one more farm, we will then can consider accelerating, exempting that region from tax and accelerating the growth rate. The more cities we have, the more money we can make. I don't think we need to worry about universities anymore because we've got 3. 3 is quite a nice amount. I'm quite happy with that. I don't think we need to develop anymore. Yes, this was really good, taking Persia. I am so happy, guys. Please understand. Because once this army is replenished as well, let's not forget, we can march it all the way up to here without looking aggressive, because we're within our rights, and then we can march on Baluchistan. Once we march on Baluchistan, there's nothing stopping us from taking Afghanistan. Because I'm sure these guys must be near enough to bankruptcy now. Because they've got a lot of units and not much in the way of developed regions. So, that's my hope anyway. If we wanted more money, we could raise taxes, but if we raise taxes, that stifles growth. I'm loath to do that. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we have slightly over-recruited, but in a way that I am not too upset about, because get rid of one of these. Because we need these men. We have so many fronts. Unlike a lot, I think the only other region. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Feel free to comment if you disagree. But I think the only other people who have a more precarious situation of the major powers is likely Poland and Lithuania, who is quite literally surrounded on all sides. Russia, you could arguably say, is, because they've got many borders, but I never see them really struggle diplomatically. I think they start a war with Sweden, perhaps. I can't remember. Certainly start a war with us, because we've experienced that firsthand. But I think they're quite safe in their corner of the map. I think the Ottomans have a very difficult starting position, which is kind of why I chose them, because I feel like they're not often chosen for campaigns in this game. So I thought it'd be quite fun to try it and see if we can manage to challenge ourselves, for better or for worse. Georgia has allies, I think. We did see that last time. They have allies with Dagestan and Russia. So Russia we're already at war with, so we don't have to worry about that. And I think if Dagestan went to war with us, I think we could easily get a peace treaty, because they're not doing very well. They're shrinking as an economy, and their army is quite tiny. I think once we're quite happy that we can... In fact, it might even be next turn. I might try and make a move on them, because we do have a good army in theory, and numbers. Our units equal 500 a man. These guys probably equal 300, maybe 400. So I think we have more men. And if we besiege them, then they'll have to attack us. So, if they want to liberate the siege, we could just besiege them and wait them out. Unfortunately here, I don't think you can see how long it would take to wait them out, like in earlier games. So, it's not too much to do this turn, I think we've done enough. We've developed a little bit, and we'll just have to save our pennies this turn and get our men in position. How are we doing on the conversion front? We're doing quite well here. 10 more turns until we get Bialyina. And we're missing out 402, which is quite sizable, but I think if we can upgrade that town... It looks to me like that's the only town in this province. So once we do that, we can start taxing to our heart's content in Bosnia. So you know, short-term pain for a long-term gain. We're building up toward Heraklion here. We are taxing this region because it's so wealthy. Because our economy is a little bit tight at the moment. I wonder if we... No, I'll keep the navy, just in case we get blockaded in a surprise war. You never know. But I'm not going to build it up anymore. I'm not going to build it up until we have a very good economy. I find that navy is sort of an expensive luxury to have. Alright, what do they want? They want the farming technology and grenades in exchange for 810. I'm open to the idea if we can get a bit more from it. No. Okay. I think 810 was a bit of a low ball offer. But so they rejected our counter offer, but I think it was right to try and go for a bit more. I think 810 is a bit cheap. Again, I'm not too worried because we have good friendly relations, I think, with the British, and they are on the other side of the world as far as we're concerned. But, you know, still, that's a rip-off. Yeah, this is, again, quite crazy. I think I mentioned in an earlier episode, the AI in this game just cannot do land trades. They want Serbia and Bosnia in exchange for Croatia, and they want that farm technology. Yeah, sorry guys, that's a no. We won that technology after a long, hard-fought war. We're not giving up easily. Alright, fine, we did with the United Provinces, but that doesn't count. Apart from them, we don't give it up easy. Russians are looking strong. Fortunately, we're quite far away from them, so I don't think we need to worry about them too much. You know, Swedes are doing well in the war against the Danes. Persia's pulling back. They are up to something, Persians. Seems like the Persians are trying to swing an army round the side towards us. I don't think you can trespass on an enemy or an other faction's land unless you're at war, so that must have been their land that they were marching in. Where they're headed is anyone's guess. What are those Venetians up to? You know what would be really great if we did have a really nice navy? It'd be good to take out that navy at sea and destroy the army. But okay, right. Istanbul's built up a little bit. What's our income now? Okay, it's back up a bit. I don't know what happened last turn. Maybe a blockade or pirate raid somewhere. But it's back up now. Actually, that ups our research rate quite substantially with the museum. And it does public order stuff and a bit of wealth. So I think we should do that. And then it makes us one away from the final level of development for that chain. Let's get some farms. Oh, whoa. I see an empty... Is that new town in Bucharest? Yeah, Bucharest has developed. Excellent. Oh, but they're still developing towns. Okay. What can we build here then? Okay, if we sacrifice one farm... Okay, again, we're not going to build a school just yet. I think... What we will build there, so I'm going to move these guys before I forget. Put you guys in there, put you guys in there, and put you guys in there. Right, back to these guys. I think, again, money. I think we need to invest in industry. We need to start being able to make stuff. I think we need to turn our economy into more of a production economy rather than just a trading economy. We need to make our own stuff. So Transylvania's got some cavalry. Ah, yes, that's the missing last cavalry unit I was wondering about in my head there. Right, off we go. And then once this is done, we've got 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units coming. I think that more or less, yeah, they'll bring it up to here. I think that's a good army. I will feel quite comfortable here. So once this army is fully mustered up, I will feel quite confident about this front should Austria decide to go to war with us again. I won't be like panicking. I'll be thinking, okay, we have a good army there, and we can strategize. Meanwhile, over here, I'm wondering if Because it doesn't look like they can reinforce from there. Although again, I'm always a bit funky on the actual reinforcement range in this game. I'm wondering if we move in and take out the cavalry-focused army in Georgia, and take out Georgia. And it looks like a good region with another school, which will help us to do some research and some furs. Oh, fur. Okay, is that part of the? Okay, they're not exactly the most wealthy thing in the world, but it's another trade resource for us as well. And it's a good building there. That's level 5. If we leave them any longer, they'll start being able to get really good. And they've got technology. They've got a university which lets them unlock the technology for these better units. I'm wondering if we should kill them sooner rather than later. If Dagestan join them, then so what? I mean, they're not terribly powerful. I reckon they're so, you know, their economy's so weak. I reckon if we immediately went to them with an offer of peace, they would take it. I think we should try and go into war. They don't have heavy artillery, and that's where our advantage will be. I think it's a bit bold, and so far I've enjoyed not being the aggressor in the sense that I don't want us to see, you know, I want us to look like we truly just care about our own borders and we just want to develop and grow in peace. But in this sense, I think this is an issue of national security, and they have declared war on us in the past, and they almost certainly will again with an army of that size. We'll never be able to leave this front secure until these guys are gone, and it gives us resources and a school. So I think we should try it. Let's. So okay, Russia's already on this well, it is on this side, and we're already at war with them. That's no loss to us. Dagestan might not even join them, although I would put money on them doing so. The Bobby states will join us because they're our protectorate. So okay. That happened exactly as I had expected it to. I'm going to besiege for now. I'm going to go talk to the Dagestans and see if we can just get peace and see if we can get some farming technology. Okay, fine. How about just straight up peace? How about peace? And I can't even offer you anything. Okay, fine. They really don't like us, but again, as I say, I'm not terrified of them invading us. It might be because the Georgians are still alive for now that they think, you know what, they're strong, they'll be okay. So let's consider our options. We attack now without those guys reinforcing, because if we attack and take this town, that army dies straight away. It can't reinforce, so we have a good chance to take out Georgia without dealing with their second army. How wealthy is this place? Yeah, it makes quite a lot of money. It's shrinking economy-wise because we're besieging it. Hopefully that didn't make us too unpopular either. No, look, we've got quite a lot of green on the map, to be honest. I'm quite happy with this. I'm not surprised Austria doesn't like us. That's part of the course. But nor does most of Europe either. They're not exactly making friends. Russia doesn't like us either. Surprise, surprise. Mughals do. Yeah, we've got a lot of green. I think we've played the diplomacy game quite well, to be honest. I'm quite happy. So I might eat humble pie and completely tank this fight, but I feel like we could do rather well in this battle. So let's see again. We have more men and we have more artillery, but a few nasty cavalry charges could really set us back. But they barely have any infantry. Alright, well, I want to do this quick. Yeah, I would have been very surprised if they accepted the surrender. So I think we should use artillery to our advantage and keep it safe, because if they charge with their cavalry against it, the cavalry will be defenseless. We're going to have to deploy quite smartly here. I wish we had squares with these units, but unfortunately our weakness as the Ottomans still remains that our troop quality is not up to scratch. It's just not. We need to, unfortunately, I'd like to develop all regions of our, all aspects of our technology tree, but we need to prioritise the military side because we're going to fall behind fast. We already are far behind. So I want us to start being a match. Because, like I said, we'll fall behind. Let's put these guys... about there. And let's put 2 units in the middle here. Oh, that annoying little course that happens. Alright, so let's pull guys back a little bit more. Basically, because we have artillery, I want them to do all the marching. We can dictate the terms of this battle because we can fire on them from a distance. So if we have to pull back a little bit further to avoid that annoying little lock, they're fine. In the end, it means more marching for them. You'll form the right corps. You guys on the left here. You guys will set up there. Right, I want you guys to form there. We don't have to worry about stray cannon fire taking out our cavalry. So I'm going to deploy you here and here to keep an eye out on our cannons should they get charged. We've got the general here. Yep, you stay behind the men as well. And we have some more bazooks. I'll put you guys on the flank here. I think everyone's in their place and a place for every man. So let's get going. Start firing straight away from a distance. Because these 18 pounders have extraordinary range. I think they've got, yeah, 900. So look at that. They're going to have to abandon their defensive position sooner rather than later. In fact, why on earth are we not making the most of firing on this clump of cavalry right here? Please don't move, guys. Please stay exactly as you are and let us fire right into this clump. Please. You stay right there. In fact, let's get everybody firing on this group. We cannot. We can't miss, surely. We have to try. Okay, here comes another shot. Yep, splat. Oh, that's making me look stupid, guys. Okay, good. Yeah, we've got a few shots there. Still somehow managed to miss. But, yeah, we missed quite badly. I was hoping to feel a bit more damage there. But what we can do... some smoke coming. I feel like we fired a few more shots. I don't know. I'm going to zoom in there so we can see them coming on. General's over here. Yeah, they have a proper general. Oh, nice. If we had an organ gun firing on here, even I would feel bad about that. Oh, that's a bit more like it. There we go. Properly do some damage. Alright, they're sending some men around the flank here. We've got some bazooks behind to charge in and assist with any melee. Because I am well aware that our infantry sort of flags a bit under a good cavalry charge. It's happened before. But our camels will make them nervous. Camels make horses nervous. I don't know the science behind it. I just trust Sager's word for it. But okay, so you can see what they're up to here. But we have smartly put some melee units here to deal with that. No one else is coming on anyway. We have these cannons can fire canister on these infantry units when they get close. In fact, let's send in the cavalry and the boots now. We know what they're up to, so let's just not give them a satisfaction. Let's just get in there nice and quick. Meanwhile, cannons, how are you doing over on this? Are you still firing on these guys? All that cavalry, and you choose to fire on the grass. Okay, that was a good shot. Right, I think before too long we need to give a reorder and make them fire canister, but that's not right now. I think we can make another few shots against that blob of cavalry. Meanwhile, let's hopefully try and take out. Because again, remember, we don't need to like destroy this army. As long as we get units to flee and leave the battlefield, that's good enough. Because this is a siege and they won't be coming back. The army dies once we win. Okay, I'm going to turn this unit around and take out those guys. I can see what they're up to. Okay, I'm going to get the cannons to fire canister now. I'm going to let the bazooks deal with the horse. We can charge in with bayonets now without sacrificing. Okay, what this guy does. without sacrificing firing capability for the rest of the battle. So, yeah, the cavalry is by far and away the thing I'm most nervous about because they got a ton of it. But with canister like that, oh, that was perfect timed. I do say so myself. Perfect. All right. Good. Those cavalry are off. Let's turn around and take out those guys. Yeah. Alright, meanwhile, you guys, yeah, you fire behind this unit. Do your worst. Not you literally your worst. I would like you to do your best, but do your worst damage. As always, we're going to try and fire behind them to try and maximise the damage. What's this? Alright, cavalry. Right. Good, they're off. Okay, in fact, you change your... Yeah, fire on that unit then. Yes. Nice. Alright. Okay, they're starting to overwhelm us on that flank. Unfortunately, I feel like we're going to need to reinforce it. Do we have any more cavalry? I'm loath to throw all our cavalry on one flank, but that's turning into a bit of a blob. So let's do it. Whoa, guys, don't go in front of the cannons. Whatever you do. What are you doing, guys? No, they're a bit lost, they're a bit confused. They don't know what I'm trying to tell them to do. There we go. So all we need to do is go around the back like that, but they can't figure it out. Alright. General's going to have to inspire these guys to fight like never before. Meanwhile, you guys got another cavalry unit coming on that way. Try and take them out before they hit you. We have another cavalry unit here in case. Come on. Fortunately. Oh man, cannons. I forgot how cannons reload. Slowly cannons reload in Empire. It's painful. Because I played, when I was a kid, I played Napoleon far more than Empire. And in Napoleon, they reloaded a lot faster. Yeah, this flank's starting to struggle now. Right, let's charge those guys. First of all, let's charge that unit there. Our first unit has retreated, but we've made more of theirs retreat, so overall the odds are more in our favour, I would say. Yeah. I had to pull this unit back off the cannons, but let's fire that unit there. Yeah, really make them flee. When you flee, try and make them shatter, because I don't want them coming back. That's it. Right, really hit that unit there. Okay, one of ours is starting to run. To be fair, the bazookas are really putting a shift, and that unit is nearly dead. So, in fact, most of these units are nearly dead, so I'm not too worried. We've done quite well on that front. I'm going to have to keep one unit here, but the general's body... No, I don't even remember committing the general's bodyguard. Ah, they're arrows. Yeah, that's right, they fire arrows, don't they? Yes. I wonder why they haven't charged. So are these. These are Tatars. Soon we're going to be saying Tatar to our cannons if we don't get them killed. We haven't got many crewmen left. Right, that's it. Good. Alright, all of you, charge into that. That's a completely military part of our battle now. Melee, sorry. We're going to have to just commit into the melee. Our cannon crews are getting decimated by the Tatars. In fact, it might not be long. Yeah, they're fleeing. Alright, fine. It's not going to be hard to replace. As long as we win this battle, I will not be upset because we can replenish and we can replace the cannons quite quickly. We just need to win. That is the priority. So let's get these guys ready to charge these guys. Again, I feel like our infantry are better used as melee units rather than ranged. So I think we should charge in where we can. Some may consider that unorthodox, but I am not an orthodox man. Right. Yeah, you guys charge in. That's a huge 200 men. I don't think cavalry units really get that size. Must be special to that kind of unit. That's it. Take out those guys there. Okay, I think we are starting to roll up their army just a little bit. Right, good. We've made that unit free. We can hit it from both sides of these guys. That unit is starting to get a bit wobbly. Good. Guys, I would like you to start firing on the militia unit over here now. I'm actually going to pull these guys back. Just for now. I don't want to get too overextended. These cannon units... Yeah, we might as well pull them back. I don't think they're going to be much help now. They're too small. If we let them survive, we can keep their experience, however little it may be, replenish them and use them another day. This isn't a cannon battle anymore. Started off useful. It brought them onto us, which was the most important part. But now it's time for the main infantry and cavalry to do the work. Right, break groups. Stop. No, don't do that. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's why. There you go. Nice. Charge those guys. Right, stop firing for now, just in case we get some friendly fire. Right, this is a militia unit. We'll try firing on them at first, but then we will charge it. In fact, I'll start charging with these guys, while these guys distract themselves. That was quite a good roll, volley. You think we could have like 20 men there. Right, so we'll let them charge them first. Let them pin them down. Meanwhile, you guys... Yeah, good. Now turn on that one. While those guys, exchange volleys, these guys will sneak in on the side. Well, I say sneak. Right, now let's go. We fired our volleys. Let's commit. We've got good bayonets now. I don't think they have. We should use the technology we have managed to get to our advantage. Generals hanging out the back there. They'll be dealt with last. It's so good when you do a siege like this, you don't have to worry about mopping up afterwards. You can just, once a unit flees, you don't have to chase it down or worry about it later. You can just say, great, thank goodness, and move on. So let's start using our cannons to fire on the general over there. I think that's the best use for them now. Let's take out the last military unit, militia unit here. You know, maybe that'll make the general fleet, because I think most of their other units are off. Yeah, I think so. I think they're off now. I think that might be it. I think we've won the battle for Georgia. Yes, that's it. We don't need to chase that. I'm not going to bother with it. It's not worth an extra chevron of experience to spend the time doing it. There we go. That's not a bad exchange when you think about it. It was costly in some parts of the battle, like that unit, but everyone survived, so we can replenish everyone. But they are dead. So let's have a look. They should destroy Georgia. Excellent. I wonder if perhaps we cancel some infrastructure projects of ours in order to afford... Yeah, unfortunately we just have to do it, because in the end of the day this is now an active front and we need men to fight it. Okay, we need 809 more pounds, whatever money would be using at this point. Okay, I don't think. Okay, fine. As long as we're replenishing the most important ones, I think. Apart from that cavalry unit. So, but we're replacing the building, and we're within striking distance and covering distance of the Dagestanis. Is that what you call them? So, okay, we've got another university as well. Let's use these guys to research. If we've got explosive shells, it'll... Yeah, I don't know. I think the guns we have right now are already quite capable. I don't think we need to prioritise artillery. Or navy, because we're not using that an awful lot right now. What's quick and easy to research? Yeah, let's get a basic steam pump. The fact that we don't even have a basic steam pump is quite embarrassing. So let's Send this spy up here now. I wonder if we can get peace with the Dagestans now. No, they're mad. But we now... Are we trading it? No, I don't think we're trading furs just yet. Maybe it takes a turn to kick in, which would make sense. Villages are not growing, and if we did relieve them from tax, it would take 22 turns for Batumi to grow. And that'll be another port. Ports are very useful. We can always do with another port. Give us another Black Sea port. So, overall, I'd say that was a good decision, and not many people were too upset by that. Georgia didn't hold many people close to heart, and vice versa, so it does mean that we were able to do that without offending too many great nations of Europe. That's good. Okay, I think that's a good turn. Look at that, we've really secured this front here. We can march on Dagestan and take that out too. I mean, I'm not, I don't mind. And it'll give us a really secure front here against the Russians. If the Russians want to throw their weight down that way, well, they're just opening themselves up to attack from Sweden. Do they want to do that? Up to them. It's their move. So, yeah, this is very good. I think we've managed to turn around this desperate situation quite well. We're not out of the woods yet, but I'm quite happy. I feel like with Georgia gone, that we can breathe a lot easier. That was a huge army just hanging here like vultures, and it's gone. So now we have this front under control. This part of the front is now much more secure. Now the front is contained to our expansion eastward of Persia, and we need to wipe. Okay, I think Greece as well, but I think we've got a good army there to deal with that. And we have an army here soon, which will be able to hit at least Croatia. And then if we can take Croatia, Vienna is only a step away. So, you know, I think the Austrians need to think carefully about another war with us. They won't, but they should. So, I think now that we're out of money again, we need to end the turn to get some more prestige. Yeah, we're still lagging behind. Britain always, yeah, I think they usually dominate because they have such good naval capability. You know, they can win naval victory after naval victory, and they probably have a few naval technologies to start with. That their prestige is just, you know, sky high. And Russia always do rather well. I don't know if they have military technology, or I don't know who they're winning military victories against, because they haven't expanded, but they just always have high prestige. We're going to be trailing for a while. No surprise, really. I mean, we don't have much technology, and we've only begun to get military victories to make us, you know, somewhat glorious. Oh, there they go. They're going out into the wilderness. Again, that's fine. I mean, if we can take Dagestan, then that army is completely free to keep this front secure and turn around and take out any sneaky armies going up that way. Meanwhile, this army is going to hang on to Persia quite easily, so we don't need to worry about that. And certainly if we took out one more region, that's going to be their economy in the toilet. So we could do that sooner rather than later, I think, as well. The thing is, because it's such a large region, if we started moving that way, well, it would be really good to march on Baluchistan. But I'm just worried. We're not at war with them. It's not like they're going to actually turn them. They can't actually move in until they declare war. So what am I worrying about? Let's do it. Persia is nice and secure, even without a garrison, and with all those universities. Again, that's why changing to a republic has made that, as it works, basically validated that decision to get a republic, because it's kept that under control. I think we should get that army up there, because then once it's situated there, we can pounce on Baluchistan, whereas they cannot pounce on us. Yeah, oh man, what a strategic position we have against the Persians now. We've really turned that around. They used to be right up here, and we pushed them back here. So, I think we can be quite happy with that. Meanwhile, yeah, we're going to get our technology increased. Minus 10% research time for all technologies, and plus 8% technology. Oh, yeah, we need to get this one. And then this one, 15%. Yeah, if we can get these, we can start steamrolling the technology. We need more. We're falling behind. So, as you can see by our prestige rating. So, let's end the term, see what happens. There's not much to do on the politics front, because, as in the government and ministers front, because we can't. The most we can do is kick a minister out, and they're all performing very well as far as I'm concerned. So I'm happy. The one person we can't kick out is the president. And he's only a 3. So basically, a 3-star is kind of like the neutral setting. That's like mid. That's average. Yeah, average though, no positives, no negatives. Every step below 3 stars means negative bonuses, negative applies, sorry. And if you go a bit above 3 stars, that's when you start getting bonuses. He's neither right now. He's 3 stars. You know what? There's worse things to have. I'd rather have a neutral one than a bad one, which is what we had before. So I'm not upset. And what on earth do you think you're playing out, Austria? Okay, I might. No, actually, no. I'm not going to give you. I don't want to give you a bayonet because you're more than likely going to declare war on us again. So I'm not even going to negotiate a higher selling price. Just no. Got to think strategically sometimes, guys, about what technology you give out, and this is an exceptionally good deal. Let's have a look. Oh, man. They're offering money in exchange for trade. How could we possibly turn this down? What? There must be a downside to this. Okay, they're at war with our friends, the United Provinces, but how can we money and a trade agreement? How can we turn that down? We need to start opening ourselves up as a friend to more of Europe. We can't be seen as the pariah of Europe. We need to make friends wherever we can and everywhere we can. I want it to be a priority of our new republic and our new government to turn us around and become something of an equal in the powers of Europe. I don't want us to be excluded anymore at the negotiating table. I want us to be considered an equal. No, I'm not giving you land for peace, Russia, which is, you know, you have given me no reason to fear you. Okay, those guys, yep, they're marching up to try and get themselves within striking distance of Azerbaijan, but they never will be. We'll see them coming a million miles away. But we can get in striking distance of Baluchistan. So, that's my plan. And then we'll be at the gates of India, and we can start getting an overseas... Well, it's not really overseas, is it? But we can start thinking about an expansion that way and get an empire that stretches into another theatre. And India has a lot more natural resources for us to trade with. But the only difficulty is, right now, it seems to be mostly unified under a rather strong empire in the Mughals. So, well, the question is as well, do we march in Dagestan or do we hold our front in Georgia, which is a bit more defendable? Okay, we've got empiricism to get a better technological research rate. Our income's going up a bit. We like that. Yeah, we built some better farms in Egypt. I want to build up Egypt. I feel like it's fallen behind a little bit, so let's build that up a bit. Our public order here is so high, I'm kind of tempted to get rid of this silly little coffee house and put something actually useful in. We could even put university in, or we can turn it into a money-making region, which I think we'll do. Meanwhile, we've got a bit more money. I think we've got 2,000 there, which I think is equivalent to about 4 farms if all of them cost about 500. European China! The secret of making fine ports in all China close to God of centuries, they won't have long miles being discovered. I don't know how that affects us, but China. Meanwhile... Oh, okay, it's our converting guy. Yeah. We can get some better... Well... If we can convert most of our empire into our religion, it puts to rest any public order problems. Let's develop farms to encourage growth where we can. Can we do any more replenishing? No. Okay, we're 1 turn away from being able to strike out at Dagestan. We've managed to rebuild this, which has got a good repression bonus. That's excellent. I feel like, let's just tentatively, if we're going out, yeah, we're going to be heading this way, so let's just donk out there. Yep, I'm happy with that. Alright, so you guys are going to replenish next turn, I'm going to march on next turn. It's quite defendable, really, when you think about it. It's as far away from Don Voisko as Georgia is, and it's in striking distance of there. So, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Islam, so it's going to be a lot less public order penalty to deal with. It's and it gets us. It just gets another faction off the board. Who knows when they might turn around and become a bit of a superpower. So we'll do that. Unfortunately, the all these protectorates are going to have to find a way to manage themselves without their overlord Dagestan looking after them. But they shouldn't have sold their independence in the first place to a random nowhere faction. So you know. Oh no, we don't declare war just yet. Let's just move up this way. And let's see. Okay, yeah. So I reckon the furthest they can deploy is here, really, and that's not a great region because that's going to be slow to move through. And to be honest, if we did surprise attack and take Baluchistan, I think then afterwards they will probably want peace because they will only have a dinky region left. Yeah, I think this is the right decision. Where you can, you should try and expand and take advantage of your weak opponents, but you shouldn't push your luck. But I don't think we're pushing our luck in Persia. I think we're doing quite well. This army I'd like to bolster, but it's quite a stable front. And we've got to think, we can short-term spend money to put troops in there. We can think long-term, build up our economy so we can actually afford to put men in there. So I think that's what we should do. This army's quite nice. It could do with some more infantry, but the cannon's keeping it quite safe. Oh yeah, we can move these units into Bosnia now. That's a very tough army. They'll think twice now we're going to war with us because we can easily take Croatia off them from them now. And that puts us within striking distance of Venice and Austria, both very wealthy cities. Vienna also, but look at that with Venetia. Yeah. I mean, fair enough, again, with their capital, that means they're getting more money from it than we would, but that's very wealthy, and it gives us a, it will give us striking distance to Rome, for goodness sake, so, yeah, that's a good position to put in. The government has done well at providing munitions to our armies. Before they were fighting with swords and sticks. Now we have guns and cannons. So this is good. I'm conscious of the length of this episode now, so what I might do, I'll end the episode here and then I'll do the end turn in the next episode. But I hope you enjoyed that, guys, because we expanded a bit more with the capturing of Tbilisi in Georgia, and we're moving on Dagestan to take out another player in this region. And we're marching on Persia to get ready a surprise attack and really expand further into the Indian theatre, start knocking on the gates there. We played the diplomacy game quite well, and we're trying to invest in our infrastructure to kind of get a more powerful economy going, trying to unlock the potential I know we have with all these cities. It's going to take time, and we've only got some money with which to deal with. And growth is still quite slow. We need to start building the farms that we can now build because of the technology. But over time, I feel like we can slowly transform our economy and make us something into a powerhouse. So don't miss out, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.